It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there on the scramble.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Eluding the pressure right.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews, 29 yards. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
This is Tony Pollard, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Prescott's throw taken in by Jarwin.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Dallas. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb there to make the grab. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Forced out to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Watkins diving. He's got it. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise. With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Toss left to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to work. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. That's caught, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Final play of the half. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll run with Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. First down and more for Jackson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big pickup there on the scramble. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Dak. Dancing to his left. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They run with Edwards. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On second down, it's Edwards. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.